Hello, Manchester City fans. Today we'll dive into the latest news about the club, covering both the present and the future of the team. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update about City. In recent years, Manchester City has set high standards in European football, but the need for squad renewal is evident. Injuries have caused frequent issues, particularly in defense, putting the club in a position where planning for the future becomes essential. One of the most affected areas this season has been the defense. Key players like Ruben Dias and other vital defenders have faced spells on the sidelines, leaving manager Pep Guardiola in a tricky situation. It's clear that in addition to immediate solutions, the club must prepare its defense for a new generation. According to recent reports, Manchester City may have already identified a promising talent to lead this transition, young defender Djouma Ba. Currently on loan at Real Valladolid in La Liga, Ba has impressed with his consistent performances and notable physical attributes. At just 18 years old and standing 195 centimeters tall, Ba stands out not only for his physical strength and aerial ability, but also for his skills with the ball at his feet. This makes him a potentially valuable asset for Guardiola's style of play, which demands defenders with excellent ball control. Ba is on loan at Real Valladolid from AIK Freetown and has already made 12 appearances this season. His solid performances in La Liga have made him one of Europe's most watched young defenders. According to Alan Nixon, Manchester City is seriously considering signing Ba in January, with the possibility of leaving him at Valladolid to complete his development season. This business model is not new to City. Recently, the club signed Claudio Echeverri, who continued his growth at River Plate before preparing to join Guardiola's first team. The idea is that Ba could follow a similar path, maturing at Valladolid while City monitors his progress. Although signing Ba won't solve the immediate defensive problems, it could be crucial for long-term rebuilding. The young defender has shown the potential to be a cornerstone of the defense for the next decade, with qualities perfectly aligned to the profile of a modern center back. As the club plans reinforcements, another significant issue involves midfielder James McAtee, a City Academy graduate. At just 22 years old, McAtee is seen as a prospect, but his limited game time this season raises questions about his future. Despite playing just 333 minutes across all competitions this season, McAtee has attracted interest from clubs such as West Ham and Fulham. Reports also suggest that Chelsea is monitoring the player, who is valued at around $20 million. However, Guardiola seems reluctant to let him leave without first securing a replacement. The Spanish manager knows squad depth is crucial, especially in a season marked by significant injuries such as Rodri's, who suffered a severe anterior cruciate ligament injury. Injuries have been a recurring theme this season. In addition to Rodri, players like Kevin De Bruyne, Matheus Nunes, Jack Grealish, and Phil Foden have also spent time on the sidelines, disrupting the team's consistency. These absences have directly impacted City's performance. After a frustrating 2-1 loss to Aston Villa, the club dropped out of the Premier League's top four, enduring one of the worst runs of results under Guardiola's tenure. With just one win in the last 12 games, City urgently needs to regain its form. Upcoming fixtures against Everton, Leicester City, and West Ham will be crucial, while the January transfer window provides an opportunity to strengthen the squad. Another area of concern is the midfield, especially with Rodri's absence. Players like Mateo Kovacic and Ilkay Gundogan have been deployed to fill the gap, but their performances have been below expectations. Reports suggest Guardiola is interested in adding an energetic midfielder to the squad. Names like Jamal Musiala of Bayern have been mentioned, but his high price tag could be a hurdle. Another option could be Ederson of Atalanta, who has been impressing in Serie A and the Europa League. Manchester City is said to have made an initial offer for the 25-year-old, estimated at $58 million. A potential swap deal may be considered to facilitate the transfer. With so many challenges ahead, it's clear that Manchester City is entering a period of transition. Guardiola, known for his tactical vision and adaptability, will have the task of balancing immediate demands with building a solid foundation for the future. The signing of young prospects like Jumaba and the monitoring of talents such as James McAtee show that the club is thinking long-term. However, the success of this season will depend on how City addresses current issues, including injuries, and the pursuit of strategic reinforcements. Pep Guardiola is not only one of the most successful managers in recent football history, he is also a strategist known for his ability to reinvent teams. This quality will be crucial as Manchester City navigates a period of transition. The decision to retain James McAtee and the pursuit of prospects like Juma Ba demonstrate that Guardiola is investing in a sustainable future for the club. Even so, these bets on young talent must be balanced with experienced reinforcements, especially in a season full of challenges. Moreover, Guardiola's approach to transfers suggests a focus on building a solid foundation, even if it means making short-term sacrifices. Players like Ba represent not just solutions for the future, but also the vision of a manager who prioritizes developing athletes with the potential to adapt to City's demanding style of play. One thing that has become evident this season is Manchester City's defensive fragility in the face of injuries. The defense, which was a cornerstone of the club's success in recent years, now finds itself struggling due to a lack of consistent options. The signing of Juma Ba could be the first step towards a broader renewal. The young center-back not only meets the physical and technical demands of modern football, but also possesses a winning mentality that Guardiola values. However, relying solely on young players can be risky. It is likely that City will also look for an experienced center-back during the January transfer window. The aim would be to strike a balance between youth and experience, something that would help the club overcome defensive challenges and maintain competitiveness across all competitions. While the defensive line requires attention, the midfield also remains a priority for Guardiola. Rodri's absence has exposed a worrying dependency on his performances, and the lack of an adequate replacement has compromised the team's balance. Players like Mateo Kovacic and Ilkay Gundogan, while competent, have struggled to sustain the high level demanded by the Premier League. As a result, the pursuit of an energetic midfielder such as Ederson would not only address current needs but also provide greater tactical flexibility. Additionally, Guardiola must consider the development of players already in the squad. Young talents like Oscar Bob and Phil Foden could take on more central roles, helping the team navigate this critical phase. This approach reinforces the idea that City not only invests in stars, but also nurtures its own talent. Following the 2-1 defeat to Aston Villa, Manchester City found itself outside the top four, a rare occurrence in the Guardiola era. While there is still time for recovery, the string of negative results serves as a wake-up call. With upcoming fixtures against Everton, Leicester City, and West Ham, the team urgently needs to find consistency. These matches will not only influence City's league position, but also have a psychological impact on a squad still adjusting to changes and injuries. The January transfer window will be a turning point. Strategic reinforcements could revitalize the team, while retaining young talents like McAtee would bring long-term stability. Guardiola's challenge will be to balance these elements while keeping the team competitive in domestic and international competitions. Beyond their Premier League struggles, Manchester City has the Champions League as an undeniable priority. As the reigning champions, there is an expectation that the club will maintain a high level of performance in Europe's top tournament. However, to compete with giants like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and PSG, City must overcome its current vulnerabilities. This includes strengthening the defense, finding solutions for the midfield, and most importantly, maintaining focus and determination in the knockout stages. Guardiola has vast experience in the competition, and his ability to adapt strategies will be essential. With the arrival of players like Ederson or Ba, City could be better prepared to face the unique challenges of the Champions League. Regardless of this season's results, one thing is clear: Manchester City is investing in the future. The arrival of talents like Claudio Echeverri and potentially Juma Ba indicates that the club is building a strong foundation for the years ahead. This renewal process is essential to sustaining the success achieved in the Guardiola era. The Spanish manager has already shown his ability to transform teams, and there is no doubt that he views the development of young prospects as an integral part of this transformation. Meanwhile, City fans must brace themselves for ups and downs. The transition may be challenging, but it is an opportunity for the club to evolve and cement its position as one of the world's greatest. No reconstruction is easy, and the fans play a crucial role in this process. Supporting the team during difficult moments is just as important as celebrating victories. The players, especially the younger ones, greatly benefit from the fans' support, which can give them the confidence needed to grow and thrive. Additionally, patience will be key. Guardiola and his coaching staff are working to ensure that Manchester City not only overcomes its immediate challenges, but also establishes itself as a sustainable powerhouse in the long term. Injuries have been a recurring theme this season for Manchester City, and their effects cannot be underestimated. With key players such as Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and Ruben Dias sidelined for significant periods, the team has struggled to maintain its standard of performance. Rodri, in particular, exemplifies the impact an absence can have. As a linchpin in midfield, he provides balance between defense and attack. Without him, City has lost consistency, a fact reflected in recent results. This is why Pep Guardiola is determined to strengthen the squad's depth. The interest in players like Ederson and Ba shows that the club is seeking both immediate and long-term solutions to address the recurrence of injuries. While reinforcements are yet to arrive, Guardiola will need to explore tactical alternatives to keep the team competitive. This could include employing unconventional formations or adapting players to new positions. For example, Phil Foden could take on a more central midfield role, while Jack Grealish might be tested in a more offensive position. While these changes may not be ideal, they highlight Guardiola's flexibility and creativity in times of need. Additionally, there is the option of promoting academy players to fill gaps in the squad. This approach, though risky, has paid off in the past and could serve as a temporary solution, while the club prioritizes its goals for the transfer window. Signing young prospects like Julián Álvarez is just the beginning. The real challenge lies in integrating them into the first team and helping them adapt to the demands of the Premier League and European competitions. Ba, with his impressive height of 1.95 meters and ball-playing ability, appears to be the type of center-back who can thrive under Guardiola's guidance. However, he will need time and opportunities to fully develop. This brings us to another important issue, the balance between developing young players and the need for immediate results. Guardiola and his coaching staff will need to carefully manage expectations and ensure that new talents are not exposed to excessive pressure before they are ready. While Guardiola is the visible face of Manchester City's project, the club's management also plays a vital role. They are responsible for identifying talent, negotiating transfers, and ensuring the club remains financially sustainable. City's approach in recent seasons has been balanced, mixing marquee signings with investments in young prospects. This strategy seems to be continuing, with names like Claudio Echeverri and Julián Álvarez representing the club's future. Furthermore, the management must continue working on strategic partnerships such as the City Football Group's network of clubs, which gives the team access to talent from various parts of the world. As Manchester City faces its own challenges, other Premier League clubs are also strengthening. Teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, and Newcastle are investing heavily in reinforcements, making the competition even fiercer. This means City cannot afford to rest on its past achievements. To maintain its position at the top, the club must not only overcome its own issues, but also find ways to stand out in an increasingly competitive league. Recent defeats, particularly the loss to Aston Villa, not only affect City's position in the table, but also have a psychological impact on the squad. Keeping morale high will be essential for the team to regain its form. Guardiola has experience dealing with adversity, and his leadership will be crucial. He will need to use these defeats as lessons to motivate the team to work even harder in training and future matches. Additionally, fan support will be indispensable. A positive atmosphere at the Etihad Stadium could provide the boost the players need to overcome this challenging period. Finally, it is impossible to talk about City's future without considering Guardiola's role. His current contract runs until 2025, and there is speculation about what will happen afterwards. Guardiola has expressed his love for the club and the city of Manchester, but has also made it clear that he will only stay as long as he feels he can contribute positively. This places even greater emphasis on the need for solid strategic planning for the club's future. Regardless of when he decides to leave, Guardiola's legacy at Manchester City is already secured. He has transformed the club into a global powerhouse and set a standard of excellence that will be difficult to surpass. Despite the current challenges, there are many reasons for City fans to remain optimistic. The club continues to be one of the best managed in the world, with a clear long-term vision. Moreover, with talents like McAtee, Ba, and Echeverri emerging, the future looks bright. These players, combined with the experience of the veterans, could form the foundation of a new era of success for Manchester City. The key now is to remain patient and trust the process. Rebuilding a squad does not happen overnight, but with the right leadership and continued fan support, City has everything it needs to overcome adversity and return to the top. So, Citizens fans, did you enjoy the content? Here on our channel, we always bring you the hottest news, detailed analyses, and curiosities about Manchester City. Make sure to support our work. If you haven't already, give this video a like so it reaches more City fans, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest news about our team. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about the potential signings and City's strategies for this season? Share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing what fans have to say. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. A big hug, and here's to more success for Manchester City.